Well, hey there. What's going on, boys and girls? Welcome back to another episode of Rob the Renovator. We're here for, spring cleanup round 2, the second part. We're going to be doing everything today from cleaning windows to planting flowers and doing some odds and ends around the house. So join me. It's going to be a fun one. Over the last few years, I've kind of been converting all of our plants and kind of chopping them up in half and putting them in some smaller containers that are made out of plastic. Here's why. Kiwis, it's just as durable and it's really lightweight. Pineapple, these bad dogs, I kind of got tired of hauling around and carrying around. Oranges, this thing is empty and it still weighs like 25 pounds. Nectarines, can you imagine it full of water and dirt? Blackberries, I can, because I moved a lot of them. Peaches. So we're going to take this beautiful foxtail fern and we're going to cut it up into 3. Dragon fruit. And we're going to put them in some new pots that I may or may not have curbside shopped. Bananas. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to kind of get in here and we're going to cut out a little section. We're going to pull that bad dog out and we're going to put him in this pot here, put some dirt in there. It's going to be a beautiful thing. We're kind of doing some planting, some plantain, if you will, you know, the fruit plantain. I use that word all the time. It's kind of a key word of mine. Plantain, you got to plant it and then maintain it. That's where the tain comes from. Mango. We're going to take this guy in here. We're going to get in here. We're going to find ourselves a good place to cut it. And we're going to go to town. Got this. Look at those long roots. Look at those roots. Now, we are going to kind of cut these guys so they're not as long. And you can kind of take these roots and you could put them in a pot, kind of like I got on the side of the house, and try and grow some new ferns. Strawberries. Now, before we continue, we are going to kind of trim these guys a little bit. Don't worry, they're going to grow back, but, just because they are so long, and we are starting with a small pot. Whew. Look at that bad dog. That's a big guy. So before we kind of finish topping these off and then we want to water them right away, let's get these plants in here. I'm going to take a quick cleaning break. Apricots. And then we're going to top them off with a little bit of mulch. Now, real important thing that we kind of forgot to do when we were planting because we got all caught up in the excitement. You want to make sure there's a drain hole in this bad dog so, you know, when it gets a lot of rain. There it is. Apples. Macintosh Pro apples. So about 7 years ago, I decided to put this tile floor in here. These are just stick-on tiles you can get at your local Menards for about $1 a tile. Maybe a little more, maybe a little bit less. But, with inflation going on, who knows anymore. But after 7 years and wear and tear with some harsh Chicago winters and all that stuff, it's time to replace some of these tiles. That's why it's always good to buy an extra box of each color of tile that you're going to use on your garage floor. So now we're going to take our new tile, going to peel it off right here, and we're going to stick it right in its place. The nice part is we're just replacing them, so it's a lot less work involved than if we were putting down a whole new floor. Blueberries. And then what I like to do is just kind of step on it a little bit. Shoe prints will wipe off, just to get them to lay down there and stick. Now, I will say this, when you are replacing some, it is what it is. You're going to notice a slight discoloration between the old ones and the new ones. One, because this is brand new and this has been walked on and it's got dirt and sunlight, UV wear and tear and all that kind of stuff. Maybe we should get into the dry fruit business. Boysenberries, plums, kumquats, that's a fun one to say, pears, grapes,